Teresa Matic with the Investing News Network. Here with me today is Don Bubar, CEO of Avalon Rare Metals. Don, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.
Great. So last year, the big news for Avalon was the start of your pilot program at your Separation Rapids Lithium project. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
It's ongoing right now. The purpose was to process about 30 tons of the crushed ore and make some of our primary lithium mineral product, concentrate of the mineral pedalite, for two purposes actually. One was to provide samples to potential customers who want the material for glass ceramics applications. And secondly, to produce more of the concentrate that we can use for further test work to evaluate how we can make lithium chemicals for this exciting new market that's emerging in the lithium-ion battery sector.
Right, and that's interesting that you mentioned glass and ceramics end users because we don't hear a lot about that. A lot of the hype surrounds lithium-ion battery sector. Can you explain the difference between those two products?
Well, actually, glass ceramics is one of the long-term traditional uses of lithium.
Sure.
And it was discovered a long time ago that you could add small amounts of lithium to a glass batch and it will make a sturdier and thermal shock resistant a product, which was exploited by Corning with their famous Corningware cookware 50 years ago and made this indestructible cookware product that's still popular today and now has expanded into stovetops and fireplace shields and remains a significant part of the market, accounting for some 30% of total lithium demand. And they prefer the lithium mineral that we have enriched in our Separation Rapids deposit called pedalite for certain technical reasons. And there's not a lot of it around. There was only one other primary producer, and if you want another one, we're it. There is no other large pedalite deposit known in the world.
Wow, and you're low in impurities too, is that right?
Yeah, well, that's what makes it attractive in these glass applications is there's no other elements in this mineral that can act as contaminants in the glass and discolor the product at the end of the day.
Okay. And as you mentioned, the lithium market is very exciting right now. There's a lot of companies, but the market itself is actually very opaque. So what should investors be looking for if they're new and just getting into this space?
Well, it's not that opaque anymore. There's an awful lot of talk out there about the importance of lithium-ion batteries. Rechargeable batteries is the energy storage solution of the future for electric vehicles and home energy storage, and how important it is to have adequate supplies of the critical materials used to make these batteries. So it's starting to get quite a bit of attention. Lithium is not an exchange-traded commodity, so there is it's not a transparent market in terms of how it's priced and trading, but there's certainly quite a lot of information now about how important it is and how little supply there is to supply the future demand that's going to be developed by the battery industry going forward.
And how does the high purity at your deposit impact the potential for lithium-ion battery end products?
Well, we discovered while we were doing the work on the glass ceramics application that high purity in the lithium chemicals is really important now to the battery manufacturers in terms of allowing them to make a product that achieves the performance expectations that are required now by the general public. And 99.5% used to be the standard. It looks like it's going to be going higher than that. 99.9, and having a material that has no impurities in it to begin with gives us an opportunity to make that level of purity of product with relatively few impurity removal steps and therefore at a lower cost. So we think we have an opportunity to serve that market perhaps at a lower cost than other potential producers can.
Right. Interesting. Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
I'm Teresa Matic with the Investing News Network.